Welcome back, folks. Now patch 9.20 should arrive in about a week or so late next week or early parts of the week after, but before September hits. Now usually with every new patch, there are new vehicles added to the main directory files, but they are not available to the public yet. So let's do a quick preview of all these new hidden vehicles added in patch 9.20. So here is the T-44 Lightweight. It's going to be a premium tier 8 Russian light tank. So in essence, it's a lighter variant of the T-44 Medium that trades firepower for a better mobility and a stronger engine. So it's going to be an active scout like the T-54 Lightweight compared to the T-54, but it looks like a T-44. So yeah, that's a T-44. Also, what's interesting is we have T-44 premiums in the game, but they are moderators only or press account only. So there is the T-44-85 and the T-44-122. But for this vehicle, it's based on the medium tank, of course, but based on the T-44A, and the T-44A never made into mass production. So there are 3 stages of T-44 development. You have the stage 1, the stage 2, and the A and B series. The stage 1 has a increased elevation or space for the driver hatch. So that's on the T-44-122 in the game. So I'll show you right here, but it has a more distinct feature of the driver hatch compared to the other Russian tanks. So here is the stage 1 of the T-44 with the increased driver hatch compartment and the sloping of the frontal plate. So they increased the sloping, they removed the driver hatch, and that became the stage 2. So they were testing the 85mm and the 122 as stage 1. And into stage 2, they thought the 122 was cramped for the crew. There were not that much spaces inside the turret for the 122mm shell to be loaded into the gun and fire. So it's very cramped. They don't like the gun. They changed the hull, and that became the stage 2 of the T-44, which is this vehicle right here. The T-44-85 right here. So surprisingly, this looks exactly like the T-44 Lightweight. The same exact HD model too. Take a quick look, but this is the stage 2 of the T-44 development. Then came the T-44A, which they increased the armor, as well as the T-44B. They put the side skirts, and they modified that into the T-54 prototype. But that's the T-44 development cycle. So this looks basically exactly the same as the T-44 Lightweight. What? It's the same model. It's the same T-44 Lightweight model. Yeah, it's the same model. So yeah. Alright, flavor text, but it's a T-44, of course. So nothing spectacular, I guess. There's a lot of prototypes. There's a lot of clones for the T-44s and T-54s, but hey, it's a high tier light tank, premium light tank to help you train your crews. So we don't have that much high tier lights other than the Black Bulldog for the Germans. Yeah, there's no high tier 8 premium light tanks other than the Leckpanzer M41. So I guess that's okay if you have a essence or wanting of light tank gameplay as well as making credits. So it's alright, I guess. But this is a 85mm for tier 8. So penetration is average, slightly below average, alpha 180. So it's a light tanks gun. It's mostly a tier 7 or tier 6 with better penetration, but the same alpha. So meh. Take a quick look at the stats. So DPM average. Alright, accuracy is actually pretty decent for a Russian gun, because high tier Russian guns have like 0.38 or 0.4 for the light tanks. So usually they have better dispersion on movement, but pretty crappy accuracy. So this is pretty decent. Aim time is relatively fast. 5 degrees of gun depression, 20 elevation. Medium tanks turret traverse speed already. So gold shell is APCR, normal shell is AP, gold shell is only 210, so you still have to get to the sides, and yep, you will struggle to penetrate those super beasts of heavy tanks. Ugh. It has 90mm of hull armor at the front, 120 for the turret, 1200 HP. So this seems like the old SD armor of the T-44 medium tank. Currently in 9.20, they buffed the turret armor to 180 for the T-44 medium. All of the high tier mediums for the Russians received a turret armor buff. The T-54s, the T-44s, the Object 140 for the roof. So it's like a medium tank with better engine now, I guess. So about 24 horsepower per ton ratio. That's good, that's not great. Great is like 30, but it's workable, it's fine. 68 km per hour top speed, 20 reverse, pretty fast, hull traverse speed. Alright. It's like a medium tank's camouflage value, concealment, so it's not AMX 1390, so don't expect it to be super stealthy, camping in a bush, and passive scout. So mostly with Russian light tanks, you perform active scouts and perform like medium tank support, pseudo medium tank support. That's a mouthful. And 380 meters of view range. So yeah, it's a T-44 with better engine at the cost of firepower. So only 85mm rather than 100, but penetration is 20mm less, I think. And DPM is about the same. Less alpha too. Yeah, it's alright. So let's take a look at the new German tank added in this patch. It is the Moishin version number 2. There it is, the VK16801P. Oh, it's a behemoth. So it's the early models of the mouse with the forward mounting of the turret. Now its armor is not as crazy as the mouse, otherwise it's only at tier 8. I mean, you're going up against tier 6. Instant slaughter. Jesus. So in the summer of 1942, Porsche received an order to build the mouse, but this is Type 205. October was a further development of the Type 205 Moishin, the Mouse Chan project. The main difference is the frontal placement of the turret only existed in blueprints, so it's a paper tank, but it's a huge thing. It's like the mouse too. At tier 8, this is going to be a premium tier 8 German heavy tank. It's pretty huge. It has a 128, so similarly to the VK101 Mammut, but let's take a look at the 100% crew. So 220mm of pen, that's above average for tier 8 heavy. High alpha as well. DPM 1836 with the gun rammer with the vent. That's about 2100 or so. Not bad. I mean, it's a large ass vehicle. Accuracy 0.38, aim time 2.59. Accuracy is kind of garbage. 8 degrees gun depression, 25 elevation. Slow turret traverse. It's super slow to turn. And takes about 14 seconds to reload. Ugh. It has 180mm of hull armor now. Originally it was 140, so they buffed it. 130 for the sides, 100 for the rear. Turret front is 230. I took a look at the collision model. It's about 150 for the cupola as well as for the bow machine gun port. So there are weak spots, but you're facing this with the tier 6. You have to shoot at the sides, and a lot of players at tier 6 have faced the VK101 Mammut, and it's a nightmare. You can't even pen, even with gold shell. So yeah, it's a beast. It punches very hard, but it moves at 20 km per hour top speed, 15 in reverse. Hull traverse is also pretty slow, only 18.77, and it has 4.64 horsepower per ton ratio. It's a behemoth. It's a moving bunker. It weighs a lot, so don't ram it. It weighs even more than the VK101, obviously. Oh, has garbage camouflage values. It will be spotted. It does have 400 meters of view range, surprisingly. It's a gigantic beast. Ooh, MP40. Nice. Has a bicycle. 2 bicycle actually, with spare parts, but yeah, Hans, get more fuel. This thing is super slow. Jesus. Yeah, premium tier 8. I mean, it does feel somewhat balanced because of the weak spots, like the commander cupola and the bow machine gun port, and it's super slow to turn, like really slow to turn. So it's not a medium tank. It's not like the Chrysler K with 20 horsepower per ton ratio and a medium tank's mobility. No, not like that. It's a super fat, heavy tank. Alright, we also have the return of the Waffle Barn with the HD model. So in all the glory and the essence, we already talked about this vehicle with the leak episode, but basically it was the same exact stats before the switch with the Grill 15. So doesn't have the 5 rounds, doesn't have the original view range, or doesn't have the 6 rounds, my mistake. But yeah, the same old Waffentrager off E100. Now with the HD model and weaker hull armor at the front. So only 80mm rather than the 200 or something, but it's not exactly the original E100's hull. It's more like the GW E100 with the 80mm of frontal plate armor. So yeah, HD model, all the glory and the stuff. Still crappy garbage concealment. Alrighty, so yeah, HD model of this glorious beast, and it got removed, replaced with the Grill 15. Why is it back? I mean, you promised that you're not returning this vehicle. You have all the game files and the stats on the 9.20 test server when you said this vehicle is only Chinese server exclusive. Yeah, the Chinese tank destroyers are Chinese server exclusive too. What a load of horse shit. So yeah, it's in your game files, and basically Wargaming could decide, let's give this vehicle back to the public and sell it or something. Oh my god, that would be the day. Apocalypse. But yeah, HD model looks pretty awesome. Just super disappointed if it's a personal mission reward for special vehicles. So that sucks. Alrighty, so that's all the 3 new vehicles added in patch 9.20. We also talked about the new skin for the Cannon Assault AMX 105 and the STG, but already showed you guys the model in Flashpoint episodes, so don't want to go over these vehicles for a long time, but just took a quick preview. So STG received the new skin for the propaganda, similarly to the Defender, so this is called Guard STG. Whatever, let's move on to the AMX Cannon Assault. So you cannot put camo on that vehicle on the STG, but we're getting sidetracked. Here is the Cannon Assault 105. It received more clutter onto the vehicle. We already talked about this, but yep. These 2 vehicles should be coming out soon, but not as soon enough with the Primo Victoria. So, alright. But there you go, folks. All the new vehicles adding in patch 9.20. Kinda get off track because I was thinking about stuff, so can't talk, can't think at the same time. But yeah, we have the T44 lightweight, we have the gigantic Moishin version number 2 with the frontal mounted of the turret, but it does have the weak spot, as well as the return of the Waffle Barn in your game files. So, I mean, but taking a look at the Chinese server exclusive vehicles, you don't have them in the game files. You only have a script, so you cannot preview the Beijing Opera 113 or the Alpine Tiger or the Gold Type 59. Those are Chinese server exclusive with their special profitability for like double the amount of credit making of a premium tank. Those are actually Chinese server exclusive, like really Chinese server exclusive. Those fake Chinese server exclusive vehicles like the 59 Patton, the 121B, those have been added to the actual game data files for the other servers long before they become like all the server non-exclusiveness. So what I'm trying to say is we might see the return of this vehicle. We might. Why is it in the game files? Alright, so there you go folks, the preview of all the new vehicles, hidden vehicles, added in patch 9.20. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.